So I sit and think about some of the things that revolutionized my approach to pen testing, cybersecurity, HackTheBox. And lately it's been accountability. So what I did was I made myself a huge spreadsheet with time requirements that I need to spend on HackTheBox every day, as well as goals, as well as my progress for each box, as well as the days that I spend on each box. And I'll show it to you while I'm talking. And what I did was I shared it through Google Sheets with my wife. And I did this because one thing that I don't want to be known as a husband and as a man is someone that gives up, someone that doesn't follow through with what they promise to do, with what they say they're going to do. I want to be known for my word, fulfilling what I say. And it's been working for me. So I'll show you what I mean. I call it life management. And this is, you've probably seen it already in the last video, but I actually shared this with her. And one thing that it does is it takes the average minutes per day, and then it also takes the average concepts learned. And these have to be a certain criteria. And if they're not, then I get the label drifter here, this little concoction here. And so this is a quick summary of everything that I've done this week. Because I haven't been on top of anything, I get drifter for all of these. And it's even more harsh on myself because I can't just have a good day and get out of the drifter category. I have to have an average, like I have to average good. So for example, in my HackTheBox thing, I have to average 2 lessons learned a day. So if I fall completely off during the week, I'll average like 1 or 0. It's going to be kind of hard to get out of that. Same thing for minutes. Luckily, I'm doing good on my minutes. So yes, accountability, not just for yourself, but other people who can possibly call you out. It's a game changer. With this try harder mentality, with this pen testing mentality, and staying focused. Because if you just rely on yourself to tell yourself to get in here and get on your grind, a lot of times you'll be like, man, I'll do it tomorrow. And then before you know it, who knows? So with that little introduction, I'm Dan Main with Cyber Threat Emulation Analyst. And today we're doing active from HackTheBox. It is a retired box. And it's been retired for a minute. I chose to do it because Offensive Security decided to go in the direction of Active Directory for their exam, for the OSCP exam. And I don't really think that this represents, I think the box, we're going to walk through some of it. I don't think the box in itself and the things you have to do represents what you may have to do on a test well. But I do want you to get familiar with seeing the output of a domain controller because it's the same and it's really important if you want to get into this field. So if we analyze this script scan of an nmap really quick, the first thing we'll notice is active.htb. So one thing that I like to do when I see any subdomain name is I'll do sudo vim etc host, and then I'm going to come here. You can use any editor you want, it's fine, but you just have to be root. That's the only requirement. I'm going to put active HTTP there, and then I'm just going to ping active HTTP just to make sure that I'm good there. I see the Windows TTL. It's supposed to be a 128 -1 for the hop that it just made, and so we're good. We see that we have port 445 open, and I think in pen testing, in any type of training environment, it's always a statement, to have 445 open. Well, between 2017 and 2019, there was a big statement to be made when you put a box up and you had 445 open. And everybody wanted to say different things. What we're going to do is we are going to type SMBClient tag L and then 10, 129, 117, 202. And then we should get some anonymous yes. So boom, right off the bat, what I notice is replication. So a big part of enumerating, a big part of trying hard is knowing exactly what all of these are. So admin $ is what it says right here, remote admin. C $ is default share, but this is going to get you directly to the C drive if you were able to enumerate and get a shell here. IPC $ deals with named pipes, and it's the way that you enumerate SMB. So if you are on the blue side and you see a bunch of logs and things like that with IPC, that means that an attacker is enumerating you via SMB and may be attempting to do something or probably have already done it. But you need this to be able to do any of this, right? Net logon, self-explanatory. Sysvol, we don't have to get into that. Google it. And then users, is users. You go straight into the users folder. First thing we could do is, we could see if we have C $. So access denied for C $. We're not gonna mess with IPC $ because we're not gonna get anything. Net logon. I don't think this is anything. But as you see, we get an anonymous logon, and anonymous logon is a login is a misconfiguration. We probably should lock that up, but in certain organizations, you want anonymous login to be activated because you don't want to go through and have to make everyone re-authenticate every time they mess with the share drive. Instead, what you want to do is put restrictions on the files in the share drive. So this may seem like a vulnerability or misconfiguration, but it's not. This is very common in organizations. So yes, now we're going to try replication. I don't really know what this tag in means. I'm actually using notes here, but okay. So we have a shell. So we do ls. We have active HTTP. So we'll go into active.htb and then we'll ls here. And we have some stuff. I wonder if we could do like this. Okay, maybe this. Okay, probably not. Recurse. Okay, we can't do that. So cd dfsr private sounds interesting. Ooh, it seems to me that we got a long night ahead of us. Actually, scripts seems more. We'll go back into that. Let's just not forget where we were. Scripts, ls, nothing there. CD policies. Oh man. Let's try to go into this. And we have GPTINI, and we have group policy, and then we have machine, and we have user. So we may find some good stuff in machine. We have Microsoft preferences, registry.poll. We'll go CD preferences. See what's in here. And we have groups, CD groups. And then we have groups. Tag XML. So we can Google groups.xml just to see what this is. And we see admin rights. Okay, maybe not. It's not going too far. Still not going too far. Groups.xml. Pen test. Yeah, abusing policy. I don't really see. Okay, wait a minute. What is that? So we'll just do so we got group policy preferences lets you control computers in a number of ways, which is interesting to us. And then unmanaged settings for your computers and users. So I guess this box is kind of good in a way, because if you understand and you've been working with Active Directory and those things and group policies and all of that, some of these things just start to feel familiar. I think it says it can be used to set up accounts and passwords through the domain. And so what we could do is could contain passwords are encrypted using a known AES key. So what we could do, since we found that, is we could say get groups.xml. And I think we have it. We do. So we're going to exit that for now and put everything else on hold. And we're going to cat groups.xml. And we have a big long string here with C password and everything like that. And we need to figure out how we can crack this. So you can use a program called gppdecrypt. I want to see if I actually have it. We do. So we can decrypt this password. Maybe I need the quotes as well. So what I just did there was I just selected it all and click with my middle mouse button. That's going to be so important as you get on these engagements. So we get the password GPP, still standing strong to 2K18. So yes, that's good. But I don't know. What we could do now is we can try to get into active.htb. See $_ -n, and then we could do a U administrator. Uh-oh. Log on failure. I guess. Yeah. This is how you log on as administrator, but I may have screwed something up there. I don't know what I did. If we go back though, if we go back and we check this out, because maybe I missed. Oh, here it is right here. Username is active_service ticket granting service. I mean, ticket granting service. I'm thinking that's what it is. So that's actually the username, not whatever I was trying to do. And then I think you always have to add the domain name beforehand. So again, anytime you see a subdomain, and that's a logon failure as well. Anytime you see a subdomain name, you definitely want to put that in Etsy host. Let us try SMBClient W active ACB U, and then we'll put the username here. So S active ACB, and then we had a folder called users, and then the password was still standing strong or something like that. There it is up here. So I'm gonna highlight that, and then I'm gonna come down here and click with my middle mouse button and enter. And let's just see what happens. LS doesn't love me right now. I don't know if it actually, no, it didn't. copy selection, paste selection. Okay, let's try that again. Paste, clipboard. Still doesn't love me. I don't know what's going on here. At least tell me that I'm wrong, that I'm screwed up, so I can move on. Let's see what is it case sensitive? Where is my output for? That's from something else. Let's see what my output is. That's what that. Okay, it's just users with the regular case. I actually don't know what it is here. Let's try it again. Let's see, is ping active.http. Okay, so it's still up. Maybe we just have to wait on it. At least tell me that my password is incorrect. Yeah, that's right. Let's see, active HTTP. I don't know. Let's try getting in. I don't know why I'm using this TechW. I don't know where I got that from. Let's try getting in like let's say service, what is it? Ticket granted service, and then we'll get into users. Logon failure. P. Unable to open. So it liked something about that. Unable to open secrets database. Failed to use machine account credentials. I don't know what this means. Failed to open private secrets. Let's go back to what we're doing. At least we got something different, right? Let's try. Not enough characters in service. Is it the other way? Am I messing this up because I'm doing crazy looking slashes? Yep, maybe. I don't know. Let's go back though. Does this work? Log on failure. So I actually finally got something different there. Copy, paste selection, and then I just get hung up here. Let's see. Is it because my slashes are wrong? Let's see. So I know Windows is the opposite of slashes might be wrong. So, okay. So yeah, maybe the slashes are wrong. Still getting nothing though. Let's try without the TechW. So it's for some reason coming up. There we go. I don't know what's going on. ls cd desktop ls and then cat user.text type user.text. What? Get user.text, then cat user.text. All right, there we go. So this is not going to be a super long video. This is all I'm going to do for here for now, because everything else that I would do to get privilege escalation would be pretty, I guess, Windows centric versus Active Directory. So I'm going to stop there. I will say that I do believe that going through the PWK material and getting OSCP, I really believe that there's probably going to be something like you're going to have to do Kerberoasting, which all you have to do is copy a command. So I really don't think the Active Directory part is going to be as crazy as people are trying to make it, because at the end of the day, there's not a wide range of attacks that could be possible. I think it's just a matter of understanding the attacks. And once you understand them, then it's just, you can't really, I don't think you can get lost. Like web application penetration testing, that you can go down so many rabbit holes. Like you can have so many files everywhere, or you can have SQL and you can know you have SQL injection or vulnerability there. And then there's a firewall on the thing, so you're trying to encode it, and then it doesn't accept that, so you encode it twice, and then it works. And then just so much more. You got command injection, where you have a lot of, maybe you have Python code, and someone didn't sanitize input correctly, so you're looking through the code, trying to make sure you understand it. So web application penetration testing is a mess, and it's always going to be a mess. It's always going to be just a lot. But Windows Active Directory penetration testing is different, because there's only so many you could do. So if we just pull some of these up really quick, let's do the Active Directory pen. There we go. It's a big thing, man. Let's go here. I like this. So yeah, you got all of that stuff, right? I hope you can enumerate. I really do, because that's basic stuff. But once you get there, there's a few things you can do. You have a few profiles. You're gonna have a few, what do you call them? Protocols that are gonna show up often. SMB, obviously, but then another one is WinRM, and you have RPC that's gonna show up. Go for RPC and WinRM first. I didn't get to do that. I didn't get to do a RPC thing here first in this box, but go for that first and see what you can get. RPC client is the way to go with that. And if you don't get any from RPC or SMB, do just a final Hail Mary and do a Noom for Linux, and just rule that out. And once you can do that, then you can go for LDAP as well. And once you go for LDAP and just to see what's up, see what you can make the domain controller enumerate. Maybe you'll get a username from wherever, and you can perform Kerberoasting. Kerberoasting is one of those things where you have to have a, if I'm not mistaken, you have to have a hash. It seems like I already. It's been a while, so don't judge me. I think you do have to have the hash. Yeah, you have to have a Kirby hash. Oh, NTLM hash of the user. But the cool thing about Kerberoasting is you do that on your machine. So once you dump the hash, which they did Cats, but I've never even heard of that. But it's probably Mimikatz just in Python format. But once you do whatever you need to do, there's a few ways. Impacket is the Impacket GitHub. Get familiar with Impacket, because this is going to do a lot for you. I think it's called Get MP Users. Let me see if that's still in here. I think it's examples, get NP user. No, it's in here somewhere. I thought it was an example. Get NP user, Kerber, 5. I don't know. I don't really see it. Get NP users. I don't know, but that's what you want to do. And get NP users is going to tell you, maybe it's in here. Oh, they don't really give you a good example there. Let's see images. Get NP users, boom. So you type get NP users and then the domain name and then the request, and then you're gonna get this. You're gonna get the user and all of that crap that doesn't really make a difference, and then you're gonna get this hash here. You can take this hash and do Kirby to John and perform a Kerberoasting attack. Now, if that password is complex and everything like that, you're not going to be able to get that password. So that's why Kerberoasting is still a thing. So just because you dump, this hash doesn't mean like, oh, you're vulnerable. Oh, shut this down. You're vulnerable. Like, nah, man. If the password is secure, you don't have to worry about it. So yeah, I would definitely get familiar with Kerberoasting. Past the hash and things like that, those are just complicated names. I'm gonna do a video on this as soon as I can set up a domain of my own. It's gonna be something small, not anything like super huge. I could do it on my computer. It's fine. If you want to donate to that cause, be my guest. But nah, seriously though, past the hash is just when you get a hash, you get an NTLM hash, and then you just log in with that. Now, the thing about past the hash is, first of all, using NTLM on a large organization network is a no-go. You should not be doing that. You should be using some kind of two-factor authentication, and NTLM is not where it's at, because NTLM is a password. And yeah, you don't want to go out like that. You definitely want to be using something different, something stronger, that's gonna keep you away from username and passwords. But in the event that you do have that going on in your network, you have an NTLM hash with every password. And if I'm an attacker and I get access to your machine, I can run Mimikatz, and I don't have to have administrative privileges. I want those. And as you see here, in order for this technique to work, you have to have administrative privileges. I don't have to have administrative privileges to run Mimikatz to do some of the things that I would want to do. Yes, I would need that. But what I'm getting at is, if you can get Mimikatz on that box, that's a win. And of course, you can do a lot to do that. You can basically take out everything. What you would do is you would put that in Kali, and you would take out everything that has to do with Mimikatz out of the source code, and then recompile it, and you can get it on any Windows box. It's fine. Don't tell anybody I told you that. But yes, you get that on there. There's a few commands you can run, and even though you shouldn't be able to run it without administrative privileges, you still need to run privilege debug and try. I don't even know where I was going with that. But yes, you do want administrative privileges, and all you need is privileges on that box. So you don't even need domain creds. If you don't know what I'm talking about, all this will make sense after you get the PWK material and start studying. But you have to study. You have to be a student of this. You have to be humble about all of this stuff to soak it all in. I think that's all I want to talk about. Mimikatz is a whole thing in itself. Past the hash, Kerberoasting, and I don't really, there's probably other things. Golden ticket. So let's Google or Bing that. Golden ticket. So basically what golden ticket is, what a golden ticket attack is once you get administrator creds on that box, you're gonna run Mimikatz. And Mimikatz, if you do privilege debug, you can dump the user name KRBTGT, which is here. And if you can get that hash and impersonate that account, which is fairly easy. There's a lot of documentation on how to do that. You can issue out new ticket granting tickets at the domain administrator level, which means that you can create as many domain admin accounts as you want, meaning that there's nothing that there's nothing that your victim can do except restart everything, and they call it a double Kerberos reset, and kick the enemy out of the network, and then they would have to reset all of the passwords. You should probably be doing it every night. Not resetting the passwords, but at least, you know, restarting Kerberos twice. Forcing the users to get a new ticket every night. There's no reason why you couldn't do that, and you should definitely be doing that. And then if you get a compromise, you know, double reset Kerberos and make people reset their passwords. If you use any kind of PKIs, two-factor authentication and things like that, and you suspect that the adversary has gotten access, in this case, you must you have to generate new key pairs for everyone. There's no way around that. And in addition to that, you need to be rotating key pairs at least, I don't know, every 3 years. It needs to be something like that. It shouldn't be 1,000 years. It shouldn't be something crazy just because you're lazy and don't want to do that. It's a full-time job being a PKI administrator, and you got to take that seriously because, you know, adversaries, they want that stuff. But yes, the golden ticket attack will make the enemy KRB TGT, or in this case, if you're a red team, it will make you KRB TGT, and that means you're God in Active Directory. And you can do whatever you want, when you want, how you want to do it, until somebody finds you and kicks you out. It's super easy to hide as well. What you could do is once you create an account, you can name it administrator. You can name it after someone else's account. You know, you don't have to give it a unique name. Like if you give it a unique name like Willy Wonka or Charlie Bucket, you're gonna get caught. So you don't want to do that unless you are in some kind of red team thing and you want to show people, right? You want to show them how the golden ticket attack works. Then you can like play with the names or whatever. Silver ticket attack. It's late, y'all. A silver ticket attack is similar, but now you are impersonating the services. So you're impersonating MSSQL, you're impersonating web, you're impersonating those things. It's kind of, it works twofold for an attacker. If you want to have multiple ways to persist, you know, you may consider a silver ticket, or it may be all you can get at the time, because there's a different type of user that you have to dump, I think. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. You gain control over KRB. Okay, silver ticket for yeah. Over to a single service on the application. Because account. So it's a little bit different, but you could see basically you can see silver tickets as the little brother to golden tickets. And again, you have you may want to just like persist in web, or you know, do whatever. Silver ticket attacks, you know, they're there. I would just say everything that I've just went over, try it on the OSCP. It can't hurt. Try it all. And then based on what you tried, you know, if you run out, what I would do is I will pull up the PWK material and go over it again Go over until your eyes bleed. Go over it until you fall out. You know, hack till you drop. Because my experience is like, I didn't get into this field appreciating offensive security until I realized that they really, like, there's nothing on the test that isn't in that book. It may seem like it is, but it's not. I didn't do anything. Yeah. Well, I'll take that back. There were specific, there was some instances where there was a service, but I could easily Google that and see what I needed to do. But yeah, other than that, it's like, you know, they're not going to tell you to do nothing like super outrageous or make no big long scripts or, you know, try to reinvent the wheel. Most of the stuff is, you know, cut and dry right out of the book. I just know that for every main protocol, like you need to know what to do with SMB. You need to know what to do with NFS. You need to know what to do with SSH. You need to know what to do with HTTPS. Like those big name protocols, like don't let them slip. Like understand that with shares, like there's ways to get into shares. There's ways to even privilege in shares depending on how they have it set up. Like just know that stuff and then study it. And yeah, you'll be good. Follow TJ Knowles' list. I followed it closely when I passed the second time. And it's just, you know, don't go in there lazy, don't go in there complacent, none of that. Like you probably taking it seriously, but you have to not let it. That's probably not a good, not good advice. You can't let it. It's like when you approach the exam, you have to overpower the exam because the exam is going to try to overpower you. When they say try harder, which is why I've started doing a vlog on try harder. When they say that, they've done everything that they can to make you try harder. You know, it may not be in this folder, but it's in the next folder, right? Like it's just one of those things where it's like buckle down and try and don't drift. Don't drift to another box. Don't go get like a beer or some liquor or whatever. You know, don't stop and like look at Instagram. Of course, give yourself breaks, but in between, like when you're taking breaks, don't do anything unless, you know, you got a kid or something and you really need something, but don't do any entertainment or whatever. Like don't drift. If you stay focused and stay on your path, you want to pass OSCP, right? If you stay focused and stay on your path and think and let yourself absorb the information when you're taking those breaks, you'll be fine. It's a hard exam, but it's not hard. It's not hard when you're focused. You know, I went a long time. I hope you like the new microphone. I'm an audiophile when it comes to microphones and audio. And I was like, you know what? I need a microphone that I can compress and put a gate on and put EQ and all that in real time. I didn't want to record the audio and then have to go and mix it after the fact. I wanted to be mixed as I record. That way I can push stop on the video and instantly load it up. So yeah, I hope y'all like that. This is going to be here for a while. This is going to be here to stay. And then from here, probably where I will probably lean into is thumbnails and video editing. Probably I'm trying to be a mix between John Hammond and IppSec. I don't really want to show my face as much as IppSec, although I probably will eventually. IppSec. I don't want to show my face as much as John Hammond, but I probably will lean toward that depending on how cool I get my room here. I wanted to be really neat and crisp when you see my face and when you see my room. Like I want like nice ass colors in the background, and I wanted it to be beautiful, you know. So I wanted to be legit when you see me. I really enjoy this. I know I don't got like 1 subscriber right now, but you know, I'm not going nowhere. This is what I do. I like training people. I like teaching people, and I love this, man. So yeah. Yes. So while we're on that subject, subscribe to what I got going on here. Definitely subscribe to other people in the field. You know, don't leave people hanging. You know, IPSEC was saying it in one of his articles that he wrote, that he probably could get more views if he would focus on video production. And it's crazy because, you know, John Hammond got good stuff. Network Chuck got good stuff. Like, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that got good stuff when it comes to this field. But the amount of information you get in such a short time with IPSEC, it's like, you got to show the man his love while he's here. You got to show this man support and subscribe to his stuff. And if you follow him long enough, you get some laughs. Yeah, man, he's my hero, man. If he's listening, like, I have learned so much just from his style of teaching and just the way he gets at it. So, you know, I wasn't even supposed to talk this long, but yeah, subscribe. We out. I'm gonna see y'all in the next vlog. Y'all be easy. Peace.